Okay, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about Makar Sankranti. It's one of those amazing festivals that beautifully weaves together the cosmos, the harvest, and, well, the human spirit. It's really all about a journey toward the light, and wow, is it packed with some fascinating traditions.
But before we get into all that, let's tackle the one question that always comes up. Is it on January 14th or the 15th, right? You've probably wondered about this. It feels like it should be a simple answer, but figuring it out actually tells us exactly what makes this festival so special.
So here's the secret. It's not about the moon. Almost every other major Indian festival follows a lunar calendar, but not this one. Makar Sankranti is a solar festival, which is pretty unique. The date is all about the exact moment the sun enters a new zodiac sign. So if that cosmic shift happens before sunset on the 14th, boom, that's the day. But if it happens later, well, then the main celebrations roll over to the 15th. That's why it seems to jump around a little.
All right, section 1, a date with the sun. Let's really get into understanding this cosmic clock. What's actually going on in the sky that makes this one day so important? And the clue is right there in the name. Let's break it down. Makar, that's the Sanskrit word for Capricorn, the zodiac sign. And Sankranti, that just means transit or movement. Put them together, and what do you get? Makar Sankranti is literally the day the sun, or Surya, moves into Capricorn. It's a pure and simple astronomical event, which is just so cool.
Okay, so section 2, the season of renewal. But you might be thinking, why celebrate the sun moving into a zodiac sign? Well, because this specific event kicks off a whole season of renewal. And the reason for all the celebration really comes down to 3 big, beautiful ideas. Okay, let's look at these 3 pillars. First up, the astronomical reason. This day marks the beginning of Uttarayan. That's the sun's 6-month journey north. And what does that mean for us? Longer days, more light, which is always a good thing, right? Second, it's a huge agricultural festival. It's a big thank you to nature for the winter harvest. And finally, there's a spiritual side. This is considered a really auspicious, powerful time for new beginnings, for acts of charity, that's daan, and just wiping the slate clean. All right, section 3, one sun, many celebrations. This is where things get really fun. Let's take a quick trip around India and see how this one single cosmic event sparks such an incredible variety of celebrations. It's a perfect example of that whole unity and diversity idea. I mean, look at this. It's just amazing how differently this one idea plays out. In Gujarat, you've got Uttarayan, and the skies are just filled with kites. It's an international festival. Then you go down to Tamil Nadu, and it's this huge 4-day harvest festival called Pongal, famous for boiling milk and rice as an offering. And up in Assam and Punjab, for Mag Bihu and Lari, it's all about community, gathering around massive bonfires, feasting and dancing.
Okay, section 4, the taste of tradition. Now, we have to talk about the food. No celebration is complete without it, right? But the food for Makar Sankranti isn't just about being delicious. It is packed with symbolism.
This saying from Maharashtra just says it all. Til-gud kya, God God bola. It means accept the sesame and jaggery and speak sweet words. How beautiful is that? You see these sweets made from sesame or til and jaggery or good everywhere, and the meaning is just perfect. Sesame is thought to bring warmth, which you need in winter, and jaggery is, of course, sweet. So when you share them, it's like a promise to each other to let go of all the old bitterness and start the new season speaking with kindness. So, what if you want to bring some of this into your own life? Section 5 is all about how to welcome the light. And don't worry, it's actually much simpler than you might think to connect with the spirit of this day. So here are a few simple things you can do. First thing in the morning, maybe take an early bath. It's all about purification and starting fresh. Some people even add sesame seeds to the water. Then, at sunrise, you can make a simple offering of water to the sun. This is called arghya. And then later, in the afternoon, which is considered a really powerful time, you can share some of those sesame and jaggery sweets. And maybe most importantly, perform a little act of charity. Done. It could be anything, food, blankets, or even just your time. And just a quick word on some do's and don'ts for a happy Sankranti. The do's are pretty simple. Focus on sharing, being charitable, and starting the day with good intentions. The don'ts are really important, and they're mostly about safety, especially with kite flying. Please avoid that dangerous glass-coated string, the manja, and just be smart about where you're flying your kite. Stay away from roads and power lines. The whole point is joy, right? Not causing any harm. So as we wrap this up, Makar Sankranti really leaves us with something powerful to think about.
It's more than just a festival. It's a marker. It's the moment the world literally starts getting brighter. And that kind of leaves a question for every single one of us, doesn't it? As the days grow longer, what light will you bring into the world?